Hi friends, welcome back to the class of English. I hope you all are enjoying your online classes, aren't you? Have you done your previous assignments? Good. Hope your teacher corrected it. Today, shall we begin with a new unit? Are you all happy staying at home? Look at the picture here. What do you see on the picture? Yes, 3 children with smiling, pleasant faces. What about the mood of the children? Are they happy or sad? Yes, exactly. They are happy. The expression on their faces shows that they are in a happy mood. What could be the reason for their happiness? Yes, exactly. You are right. The wonderful sights they see around. The butterflies, the rainbow, the peacock, etc. Now, the wonderful things in nature often make us happy, don't they? Are you happy, children? Let's find out. Then, shall we play a game? Good. I am going to tell you the rules of the game. I am going to show you some statements. If you feel it to be true for you, then mark T and F if it feels to be wrong with you. Here we go. Get ready with your notebook and a pencil and mark. The first statement. I am basically happy for being what I am. You marked it? Good. I enjoy the company of my friends. Okay, the third statement. I am happy with my studies. You marked it? Fine. I have an aim. Fifth one. I admire myself in the mirrors often. You marked it? Fine, fine. Sixth one. I am making progress towards my dreams. The seventh one, I enjoy good relationship with my family members. Hope you marked it. Now comes the eighth one. I always try to learn from my experience. Okay. The ninth one, although I am not perfect, I respect myself. The 10th one, and the last one, I do not blame others for my mistakes. Did you mark all the 10? Fine. Now, add the total number of responses that are marked true and compare your total to the scoring chart. So, I will be showing you a scoring chart. Here is the scoring chart. Check your score and find how happy you are. If you have got scores between 9 and 10, then you are happy and contented. If your score is between 6 and 8, then you are happy. And if it is between 4 and 5, you are sometimes happy, not always. And if your score is less than 4, you need more happiness. Did you check your scores? And did you find yourself how happy you are? Did you enjoy the game? Okay, fine. Now we are going to deal with the 5th unit of our English reader. And the 5th unit of our English reader is titled as Enlightening Souls. In this unit, we have got to study 3 literary pieces. The first one, The Happiness Machine, a story by Ray Douglas Bradbury. The second one is a poem, A Prayer in Spring by Robert Frost. And the third one, The Trio, a story by R.K. Narayan. Watch this video. What's the video about? Yes, it's all about machines. It has become an inevitable part of our day-to-day life. നമ്മുടെ ദൈനംദിന ജീവിതത്തിലെ ഒഴിച്ചുകൂടാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ഒരു ഘടകമായി മാറിയിരിക്കുന്നു ഇന്ന് യന്ത്രങ്ങൾ. Because they help us in making our tasks more easier and faster. So in every fields, in agricultural fields, in construction fields, in our houses, everywhere we use different kinds of machines. But haven't you heard of a machine that brings happiness to us? Can a machine serve the purpose? No, not at all. Let's wait and see whether a machine could bring happiness to our life. Friends, happiness is a person's most cherished goal. We all want to be happy always, don't we? Yes. But how or where do we find true happiness? Can we get true happiness by listening to music? Or by watching a movie? Or playing with your friends? Or going for an outing? Maybe these things may bring happiness to us. But can a machine bring happiness to us? Do you agree with that? That a machine can bring happiness in our life? See, if such a machine is available in the market, there will be a great rush to buy it, certainly, of course. Because, as I told you, happiness is the most cherished goal in a man's life. ഒരു മനുഷ്യന്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ അവൻ ഏറ്റവും പരിലാളിക്കുന്ന ലക്ഷ്യം തൻ്റെ ജീവിതം സന്തോഷപൂർണ്ണമാക്കുക എന്നതാണ്. Let us see what happens in the story when a man seeks to bring happiness to all around him by constructing a happiness machine. We are going to read the story, The Happiness Machine, written by the famous American author Ray Douglas Bradbury. Before we read the story, let us have a look at his profile. Ray Douglas Bradbury, 1920 to 2012. Ray Douglas Bradbury was an American author and screenwriter. He worked in a variety of genres, including fantasy, science fiction, horror, and mystery fictions. He is a recipient of numerous awards, including a 2007 Pulitzer citation. Many of his works were adapted to comic book, television, and film formats. Shall we read the story and find out what happens when a man seeks to bring happiness to all around him by constructing a happiness machine? Are you ready? Then turn to page number 164 of your English reader. The Happiness Machine by Ray Douglas Bradbury. One day, Leo Hoffman moved slowly through his garage, which he has changed into a workshop for his mastercraft and novel invention, the happiness machine. He started searching for some wood, a curl of wire, a hammer, spanners, and the like. A perplexing question was forming in his mind. Should the machine be something you carry in your pocket, or something that carries you in its pocket? Anyway, the machine should make one happy. How can you make one happy? How can you find happiness in your life? What are the feelings associated with happiness? He went into the house with his dictionary and sat on the table where his wife was ironing clothes. Lena, are you pleased, contented, joyful, or delighted? She stopped the work. Read out the list again, please. Closing the book, he said, say yes or no. Aren't you happy, joyful, or delighted? Our domestic ones are contented. Our babies and people of second childhood here are delighted. Do you think whether I am happy doing all the household chores? I know I am trying to solve all your complaints. I am not complainingly and never complain. But please don't ask such crazy questions for which you may not get the answer. Suddenly, Lena Hoffman froze and sniffed the air. Oh my God, look what you have done. She pulled the oven door open. A thick cloud of smoke whirled through the kitchen. And that's happiness. You talk to me for the first time in 6 months, and for the first time in 20 years, our supper bread has turned into charcoal. Leo Hoffman evaded from the kitchen when the smoke subdued. Okay, children, do you like the title of the story? Yes. What's the title? Exactly. The Happiness Machine. Who are the characters so far you come across in the story? Yes, exactly. Leo Hoffman and his wife Lena Hoffman. Good. Why did Leo change his garage into a workshop? Yes, for making his mastercraft novel invention. What is his novel invention? Good, you are correct. A machine called the Happiness Machine. Fine. Now friends, it is your turn to read the text. While reading, mark the difficult words and don't forget to refer the glossary at the end of the unit on page number 197. Are you ready? Then read. Hope you finished reading. Now look at this sentence. One day, Leo Hoffman moved slowly through his garage, which he has changed into workshop for his mastercraft and novel invention, the happiness machine. Now can you guess the meaning of the word highlighted? Garage? If not, look at the image here. Garage means a building for housing motor vehicle or vehicles. നമ്മൾ വാഹനങ്ങൾ സൂക്ഷിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി വീടിനോട് ചേർത്ത് നിർമ്മിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഷെഡിനെയാണ് ഗരാഷ് എന്ന് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. Look at the next word highlighted. Leo Hoffman decided to invent a novel machine. A machine nobody had ever heard of. It was an interestingly new or unusual machine. Now can you guess the meaning of the word novel? Yes, exactly. Novel means interestingly new or unusual. Good, fine. Look at the next sentence. A perplexing question was forming in his mind. Leo Hoffman had decided to make a novel mastercraft machine, the happiness machine. But he had some confusing, puzzling questions forming in his mind. Some perplexing questions. Now can you guess the meaning of the word perplexing? Yes, exactly. Perplexing means very puzzling or confusing. Now let's discuss. Leo Hoffman decided to invent a new novel machine called the happiness machine. And for that, he collected the materials like wood, a curl of wire, a hammer, spanners, and so on. But he was not confident in making that machine because some perplexing questions were forming in his mind. What was that? Should the machine be something you carry in your pocket or something that carries you in its pocket? Anyway, he decided whether it is small or big, it should make one happy. He took his dictionary and he tried to find out the feelings associated with happiness. He went to the kitchen and asked his wife Lena whether she was pleased, contented, joyful, and delighted. He referred the dictionary and he found out some words related with happiness. What were those words? Yes, exactly. Pleased, contented, joyful, and delighted. Okay, good. What was Lena doing when Leo entered the house? You are right. She was ironing the clothes. Now let me ask you some questions to seek your comprehension. Are you ready? Here comes your first question. What, according to Hofmann, is the novel invention? Yes, exactly, you are correct. The novel invention is the happiness machine. Next question. What was the perplexing question forming in his mind? Correct. The perplexing question forming in his mind was, should the machine be something you carry in your pocket or something that carries you in its pocket? Fine, let's go to the third question. Leo Hofmann was carrying a dictionary when he went to talk to his wife. What is his intention behind it? Yes, you are correct. His intention is to tell his wife Lena that he is going to invent a machine that makes everyone happy, and also to know whether she is happy and contented in her life. Okay, children. Lena responded indifferently to Leo's queries. How did Lena respond to Hofmann's questions? She said that the domestic ones are contented. The babies and the elders in the house are delighted. But she alone was not at all happy doing all the household works, the difficult tasks. She also told Lee not to ask such crazy questions for which he will get no answer from her. By this time something happened. Lena froze. She sniffed and caught the burning smell from the kitchen. She complains, Lee, look at what you have done. Hurriedly, she opened the oven door, and thick cloud of smoke whirled in the kitchen. See, Lena and Lee had talked each other for the first time in 6 months, and that ended up in a mishap. They were living as husband and wife in the same house, but they are talking each other for the first time in 6 months. And for the first time in 20 years, their supper bread turned into charcoal. By this time, Lee escaped from the scene. കഴിഞ്ഞ 6 മാസത്തിനിടയിൽ അവർ ആദ്യമായാണ് ഇത്രയും നേരം സംസാരിച്ചത്. അതിൻ്റെ ഫലമോ 20 വർഷത്തിനിടയിൽ ആദ്യമായി അവരുടെ അത്താഴത്തിനുള്ള വിഭവം കരിഞ്ഞ് കരിക്കട്ടയായി. ഇവിടെ നിന്നും മെല്ലെ ലീ വിട വാങ്ങുന്നു. Let me ask you a few questions. What made Lena freeze? Yes, Lena froze because she got the burning smell from the kitchen. Hofmann's chatting with her led to this mishap. Now children, hope you enjoyed reading the story. Is Lena happy with her life? How do you know it? Yes, from her responses. Can you pick out those responses? Yes. Do you think whether I am happy doing all these household chores? You have talked to me for the first time in 6 months. Yes, from these responses we can infer that Lena, as a housewife, was not at all happy. Now children, hope you enjoyed reading the story. Now let's have a recap of the main events in the story. Leo Hofmann decided to invent a novel machine called the happiness machine. He collected the materials for the machine. A perplexing question was forming in his mind about the design of the machine, whether the machine should be something you carry in your pocket or something that carries you in its pocket. He referred the dictionary to find out the feelings associated with happiness. Wolfman went into the house and asked his wife whether she was pleased, contented, joyful, and delighted. Lena, his wife, responded indifferently to his queries. While they were chatting, Lena caught this burning smell from the kitchen. She pulled open the oven door and found that the supper bread has turned into charcoal. She blames Wolfman for chatting with her and that she had forgotten to take the bread out in time. Okay friends, now it's time for your assignment. Here is your first assignment. Write a short profile of Ray Douglas Bradbury using the hints given. Name Ray Douglas Bradbury, born 22nd August 1920, place of birth Illinois, United States, famous as celebrated 20th and 21st century American writers, genre fantasy, science fiction, horror fiction, notable works The Welt, A Sound of Thunder, The Pedestrian, etc. Awards: Pulitzer Citation Award in 2007, death June 5, 2012 at the age of 91 in Los Angeles, California. Your second assignment is here. In the first part of the story, we find Leo Wolfman trying to make everyone around him happy by constructing the happiness machine. But how can we be happy? Let us find out. How can we be happy? So turn to page number 175 of your textbook and do the activity 2 given. Have a look at the activity. Here it is. Try to fill the word book with the apt phrases and complete it. And by making use of these phrases, write a paragraph on the topic, how can we be happy? Dear children, do these assignments in your English notebook. Take a snap and send it to your teacher. Now it is time for us to wind up. Till we meet next time with a new episode, this is Johnson TP signing off. Have a nice time. Thank you.